Can you hear me now, Abhishek? Can you hear? My goodness. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, mic check. This is. Hey guys, little technical difficulty. Just a moment. Hello. You can't hear me now? Then I don't know, bro. Okay, just a moment. We'll just off the video for a moment. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay. Again, welcome to the LinkedIn Live of Brisk InfoSec. My name is Abhishek Kokate and I am the client advisor for this. Sorry for the hiccup at the start. We are doing for the very first time. So forgive us. Next time, we'll make sure everything is pick and pack. Now, that brings me to a very important question. Why are we here today? We are here today to run you across what we do every month called as Threasploit Advisory Report. Now, every month we upload it, every month we send it across to all our clients and partners. But this time we have decided to go live and explain who we are. So, welcome, and let me take you, if you for some reason want to see where is this report located, let me take you to our site. Just a moment, I'm trying to see a screen share it. Now, this is our website, and this is if you go to briskinfosec.com, wherein in few moments my colleague will be dropping in a link. And then if you go to, there is something called Threasploit report. You can see it here, it's in repository. And all report for the past 3 years are right out there. And today I'm going to run you across this one, the latest one, of course. Let me stop the screen share. Okay, so the first news that made it to the highest one is that the attorney, let me share my screen here to make you guys understand better. Just a moment. Share. Can you see my screen share? Abhishek, can you see my screen share? Okay, the New York Attorney General. Okay, the New York Attorney General flags 1.1 million of online accounts compromised by credential stuffing attack. Now, what is credential stuffing attack and why the New York Attorney General has to tell? That's a pretty important question, right? The credential stuffing attack is where hackers get in all the credentials of all the people, the login, the passwords, and they use a very sophisticated software and use it and push all this login and email login and passwords right on that software, and millions of people can be hacked. It is said that out of 3 people, 2 people on the internet generally has the same login and ID and password across. For example, you may have same login and ID and password for Facebook. You may have same login ID for ID and password for Instagram, and same thing for the LinkedIn. So it is very easy for the hackers to do it. And once they do it, they get into your account, in your Gmail, in whatever email you're using, or Facebook or Instagram, take out that information and trade it. They can go for phishing attack or whatever it is. So 1.1 million subscribers were hacked, and that is what reported by Attorney General. So this is kind of attack is called as a personal attack or account on credentials, and it's very predominant. We have some great statistics out here. It says that 193 billion in 2020 alone, 193 billion of people were compromised through this kind of attack. So guys, if you are there, you're listening this, please keep on changing your passwords and email IDs, especially the passwords very regularly. Don't have the same password across all the platforms. So let's move to the next piece of news. The next piece of news is called the DDoS attack. So DDoS attack increasing year on year as per cyber criminals demand extortion payouts. So let me tell you what it means to have a DDoS attack. To make it very simple, it's a kind of attack wherein the hackers get into your servers and artificially put in lots and lots of requests. So for example, if you're running a company, okay, and you have a server for attending to the guests or customers. Now the hackers will get into it and they will put artificial request. That means it is not the real request. Then what will happen? If a real customer really want to connect with you, they cannot. That is denial of service attack. And this is happening a lot. So for that, you need to get a DDoS software, and there are a lot of protective measures, and this is just rising. To give you a little bit of hint on the statistics that we found this year, 29% year on year and 175% between quarter 3 of 2021 and quarter 4 of 2021 has increased on DDoS attack. So guys, wherever you are, stay safe. These attacks are on increase. Now, let us move to the third one. Whoever is running the NGO, right, like Red Cross or whatever, always we think, guys, we are running an NGO. Why there is a need to have a cybersecurity measures in place? Who is going to attack us? Correct? If you're thinking in that way, let me tell you, you are wrong. Guess why you're wrong? Because this news will make you think 2 times before you think that. Red Cross, right? We all know what is Red Cross. Red Cross is one of the biggest organization on this planet, helping what not people, war-torn people, refugees. Unfortunately, last month it has been reported that the data of 515,000 highly vulnerable people were exposed. So who are these highly vulnerable people? Refugees, people in urgent need in war-torn countries and whatnot. And hackers have hacked this data from the Red Cross. And this has really created such a fervor across the world, because why would somebody do that to the people already affected? The Red Cross head has requested online that if you have done something like this, please stop it. Please don't continue to do that. So this is the one. Now let's move to the next piece of news. Ransomware groups increasingly using data leak threats to pile pressure on victims. Now let me tell you what is ransomware. Ransomware is something somebody uploads something on your computer, a kind of malicious link, and later on they take all the information, whatever they can get out of your website or application, and later on they use it to blackmail you. Yes, sir, that is called as a ransomware. Now, why am I telling you this? Last month, we have observed that ransomware groups are increasingly using data leak threats. That means they get into your computer, get into your emails, get into wherever they can, take out the data, scoop out as much as possible, and then this is what they do. They come back and blackmail you. They tell you, if you don't pay me X dollars, X rupees, I'm going to go out and throw it out in the public. What would happen if someone throws it out in the public? Your data is exposed. And definitely nobody wants their own personal data to be exposed. So this is also called as a double extortion, and we have seen it rising through last month. Now I have some good statistics for you to listen and to understand why it is important. 2,371 companies were affected over the second half of 2020 and the first half of 2021. Yes, let me repeat. 2,371 companies were affected over the second half of 2020 and first half of 2021. That is the length ransomware is, and it can literally destroy companies. We really know the example of Travelex. If you don't know, Travelex is one of the example where this happened and they had very difficult time to recover this. Finally, a news that you thought may not be even possible, because this is something absolutely creative and bizarre. Sixth member of a notorious SIM swapping cybercrime gang got sentenced. So what this crime is all about? This crime is something unbelievable, adventurous, threatening. I don't have words to tell you how it can be. So the gang of 6 people, basically, what they did is they pretended as if they have lost the SIM. So for example, I'm the member of that gang. I will pretend that, you know what? I have lost a SIM. I get connected with the telecom company. Somehow I convince them I lost my SIM. And over the period of time, they will restore that SIM services to me, that particular number belonging to somebody else. Now, what will happen? I get access to that number. Now, that's not the number. I will get even access to their mobile, right? It's basically a mobile thing in my hand. From that number, whatever is associated, I will surpass. That includes email IDs, more importantly, digital currencies, more importantly, cryptocurrencies. And later on, I loot all that and take it back to me and go to the second and third and fourth and whatnot. This is what was SIM swapping cybercrime syndicate. What busted? The 6th guy was nabbed and then he was sent to prison. So guys, beware of that's happening around in the society. So whenever you see that somebody is trying to access your SIM, or you have an old SIM and you don't really care, you have not gone to your service providers to close it down and it's just open, it can be used like this. It is said that approximately 5 million of cryptocurrencies were stolen. Now, after catching them, we'll get them all back. We don't know. But this is what's happening. So this was a roundabout. Let me take you through what we discussed today. First was the New York Attorney General flagging 1.1 million online account being compromised by credential stuffing attack. As I told you, getting the login IDs of people going into and lifting their data and trading it out and doing whatever they can. Number second news I told you about DDoS attack, denial of service attack. As I told you, the server gets jacked by the hijackers for no unknown reasons. And later on, your customer cannot reach you. They think it's busy, busy, busy. Finally, they leave your company and your company credibility goes for a toss. Next one being Red Cross suffering the cyber attack and 515,000 data of highly vulnerable people has been exposed. As I told you, we think NGOs are doing great work and there is no need to worry. But guys, guess what? They are also eventually getting exposed and their personal data of very vulnerable people like refugees who have nowhere to go and they're really sorry people, they get exposed. Ransomware groups are increasing the data threats to pile up pressure on victims. Double extortion. They come in, they take your data, and they tell you, guess what? If you go and give me this much of money, I'll put your data on outside on the web. And they do it very regularly. But because of this, many companies have closed down. So beware of the ransomware. Get yourself insured, buy the proper softwares. Finally, I told you about the SIM swapping story. The sixth guy of the syndicate got caught and he was sentenced for swapping the SIM, getting the cryptocurrencies out by getting into the people's SIM card, getting access to their data and whatnot. So that brings us to the end of this live. This live was intended for pure educational purpose. Whatever we have told so far is out of our observation, understanding and reading. The whole aim is to make you educate that this kind of things are happening around you. Everybody is exposed and this cyber attack or cyber crime is just increasing manifolds. And we at Brisk InfoSec here want to protect you. If you have any questions, any queries, any feedback, any education you want, you know the right guy, Abhishek, and you the company, Brisk InfoSec. Reach out to us anytime. Until we meet you next time on LinkedIn Live, bringing you another set of amazing, shortening, heartening, disheartening news. Take care. We'll soon drop, whoever wants the copy of Threasploit report, please drop your email IDs today on the live. We'll send it out to you, the whole report. Till then, next time, stay safe online. Tada, bye-bye.